that promo that opened last night's WWE Raw distracts you from the fact that Roman Reigns got a bit of stage fright. Coochie-coo the little baba. Forgot his lines, shit himself, and John Cena literally murdered him in front of the world. I tell you what, Cena made that dog his bitch shovel style. Oh yeah! I tell you what, I know that grammar gendarme I think slows the pace of these videos right down, so f*** it. It goes apostrophe S, you tit. Let us go, lettuce. Ooh, lettuce, my chicken sandwich. Woo-hoo.
Flair kicks always out.
First up this week, Booker T claims that we are definitely in a new era. Are we really, Book? Are we really? All I see is John Cena beating on new talent. Is that really a new era? I don't think so. Cena winning, new era, same old shit. Oh my tits, is that Cena Din Zidane? Is it Friar John Blompier? Baldy bastard. Next up we have Roman Reigns in the moment. He asked John Cena why it takes a 16-time world champion over 20 minutes to defeat a rookie. First of all, Roman, it was more like 12 minutes. And second of all, why does a 3-time world champion such as yourself lose to a rookie in the form of Finn Balor when Finn Balor was making his main roster debut on the main roster, Raw roster? Who's the fake ass bitch now, you massive doggy pussy? Next up we have John Cena, who was doing his best Christopher Walken impression, claiming that all Roman Reigns does is waltz out of the ring and claim it's his yard, but the people don't agree. He claims he's the guy, but the people don't agree again. John, you fake ass jort pocket bitch, it was exactly the same when you were on the rise. Do not let this promo distract you from the fact that when John Cena was in Roman Reigns' position, that John Cena was exactly the same as Roman Reigns. They are two men who are having the exact same trajectory to the top of the bastard card. I tell you what, that makes them both then two no good fake ass jort wearing doggy pussies. According to Roman Reigns,
John Cena likes big flappy dog dick. John Cena likes big flappy dog dick. John Cena likes big flappy dog dick in and around the mouth.
Dean Ambrose, when he's on commentary during that tag team match at the top of the show, claims he's had 5 years to punch Seth Rollins in the face, even though the Shield have only been split up for 3, well, they had been before they got back together again. Of course, this means one thing: Seth Rollins has a massive kink for getting punched in the face by big sweaty men. And you just know it, all this fisting would have taken place in room 605. If you don't get it, up out the door. Imagine Jeff Hardy, he cuts a promo on last night's show saying he does it all for his daughter. He'll get home this week and his daughter will go, "So pal, what's that about, pal?" So dada, so pop, so daddy. Not like that, Marty Skrull. Why are you working Christmas Day? What does Jeff Hardy say then? Daughter, you're gonna be alone on Christmas. I'll get to the Christmas Day and New Year's Day working shtick towards the end of the video, don't you worry about that. No, Michael, pal, the things that the Hardys wearing are not belts, they're titles, or are they belts? No, they can't be belts, so they've got to be titles. I need Breezango help! Seriously though, bid for whatever they were wearing because it all goes to a good cause. Ooh. Next up we have Booker claiming that Jeff Hardy is a 10-time tag team champion, which can't be true on any kind of level. I'll tell you why. First of all, 6 WWE Tag Team Championships, 1 Raw Tag Team Championship, 1 WCW Tag Team Championship, which of course is included in the WWE bracket. Then you have 2 TNA reigns and 1 Ring of Honor reign. All of that put together comes out at 11. Unless, of course, you take away the Ring of Honor and you acknowledge TNA, which we know WWE don't do, and then you get 10. Either which way, Booker is a numpty. And then Michael Cole makes a similar whoopsie by claiming that Jeff Hardy is a 3-time WWE champion, even though he's not. He's a 2-time World Heavyweight champion, a 1-time WWE champion, 2 different belts, 2 different lineages. Michael Cole is a times 2. Sticking with Magellan after the Miz, Raj and Matt Hardy were ejected from ringside, he claimed that we are now on an even playing field, which is complete bollocks because Maurice is still out there. Maurice, of course, who has been a massive reason why the Miz has had so much in-ring success these days, because he cheats like a naughty, dirty little boy with a stinky nappy. What the fucking hell was that? She's been a classic heel valet for well over a year now, and when Jeff Hardy doesn't have his own at ringside, how can it be an even playing field, Michael? And then Booker does exactly the bastard same. He claims there's no outside distractions while Maurice is in shot there in the background on the outside of the ring. She has made The Miz win more matches than Booker T is f***ed up on commentary, and bugger my bum is that a lot. Cole and Booker be like,
I think I'm blind.
Next up we have Kurt Angle in the moment. He claims you don't just waltz into his office and ask for opportunities. Let me wait there a second. Yes you f***ing do, Kurt. How can you come out with such bullshit when your own bastard offspring has done exactly the same?
Dad, can I fight your boy Finn Balor, please?
Next up we have Enzo Amore in the moment. He claims he doesn't know who they were when they said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. What the f*** do you mean you don't know who said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? It's only Sasha Banks' dad himself, Eddie Guerrero. And not in that way, Marty. What a f***ing dickhead burying Eddie like that, just forgetting him like he's a piece of shit on the bottom of his shoe. No wonder nobody likes that little botchy dickhead. Next up we have Enzo Amore calling Drew Gulak Captain Underpants, and just looking at Drew there, I'm just like, what? Hang on a second. Change that picture, editor man. That's right. Big Show, Captain Massive Underpants. Next up we have Michael Cole in the moment. He says the season premiere of Total Bellas is this Wednesday, starring this young lady, Alexa Bliss. When of course Total Bellas does not star Alexa Bliss. Bliss, Bellas, Bliss, Bellas, Bliss, Bellas, Bliss, Bellas, Numpty. Emma's new theme, her second new theme in 2 weeks. Still f***ing shit. WWE's music people. If it wasn't broken, don't try and fix it, because all you'll do then is make it very much dilapidated, yas. Norris, the hipster shit-stirring bastard who runs the corner shop on Coronation Street while he doesn't commentate on WWE Raw, spreading more shit on last night's episode when he claims that Emma does not play well with others. Just follow my finger, people. She f***ing does! Norris hit the double this time. He claims that Emma is a full 15 feet away from where she needs to be to make a tag to Nia Jax. I mean, f***ing hell, Norris. What the f*** are you talking about? She could produce a bastard snot rocket that would fly past Nia from that distance. You're seriously telling me that the distance between Emma and Nia Jax there is just 1 foot shorter than a 16-foot high steel cage? I tell you what, pal, if you're seeing that, you must be off your bastard tits and as high as that you sell, you silly goose. Next up we have Michael Cole asking Booker T what chance he thinks Emma has in this match, and Booker replies little to none because she's isolated in a corner by Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Booker, pal, if she was any more in the middle of that bastard ring, her name would be Malcolm. Next up we have Braun Strowman in the moment. He claimed he wasn't complaining seconds after questioning Kurt Angle for putting him in a steel cage match against the Big Show a few weeks removed from his big championship match against Brock Lesnar. Well, Braun, well, you are. I tell you what, Braun, you can go and join that club with the fake-ass bitch jort-wearing dog pousses to make it a club full of fake-ass bitch jort-wearing dog pousses with wonky noses. Go back and listen to this bit. Elias Sampson was playing Party in the USA. You have my word. Really badass that, Elias, you badass heel. Why the f*** do I know he was playing that? Next up we have Sasha Banks in the moment. She claimed it was just her and Alexa Bliss in the squared circle, that she would beat Alexa Bliss and make her tap and scream and all sorts. Well, that didn't happen last week, did it, pal? Last week it was just you and her in that ring all alone, and she beat your ass, and I'm here thinking that it was supposed to be the heels or the delusional liars. I tell you what, Sasha, you can go and join that club with a fake ass. Next up we have the shirts of Gallows and Anderson, which includes a hashtag that can't even be a hashtag because of the dash. Of course, the hashtag would read hashtag GB4, then the dash would kill it, then life. So with hashtag GB4, it makes the Good Brothers sound like a British vocal troupe who first rose to prominence in the first series of X Factor all the way back in 2004. If you get that joke, you are on my level. Festus is better than Luke. Nah. Tex Ferguson is better than Luke, who is better than Festus. Next up, we have Michael Cole in the moment. He said to Booker T, you're like the Dan Rather of the commentary booth, Booker. And Booker replies, I try. Of course, Booker, you tried to be the JBL of f***ing Raw, which means, of course, that it... Do I do it? do I do it? It's just not right. It's not the same. Norris this time spreading the kind of shit that if he was talking about me, I would sue his ass for libel. In front of the bastard world, Norris claims that Enzo Amore cheats on his taxes, and not only that, he cheats on his girlfriend as well. Norris, if there's a line, you f***ing crossed over it, you horrible bastard. I mean, Corey, who just stands there in front of the world and makes shit stories up about people that could be true, but they're not true whatsoever. Sorry, Kevin Dunn. First of all,
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
Battle Royal on last week's show with Big Show in the match plus 14 other men, I think it was. If it's not, forgive me. I can't be asked to do research. A pal of mine died at the weekend and he's called John O'Clock. And there was no reinforcement put on the ring. However, on this week's show with just Big Show and Braun in the ring, yes, I know the cage is on there as well, but the brunt of that cage's weight is taken by the steel chains that go up to the ceiling, no less. With Big Show and Braun, there is reinforcement. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The monster of men, Big Show calls Braun Strowman when, as we all know, King Kong Captain Massive Underpants is the monster among men. Braun Strowman does not belong in a John Steinbeck novel. If you get that, you're on my left. In 23 years, Big Show claims there hasn't been one superstar big enough or bad enough to break him. I mean, where the hell do we start here? We might as well start with the Big Show himself. He has broken himself on more occasions than there are to mention, because some days he wakes up and thinks he's a heel, and other days he wakes up and thinks he's a babyface. However, these days, he certainly wakes up and thinks he's a babyface because he shaved himself bald to make himself a babyface. But hey, I'm here to prove him wrong. So here we have 6-foot Kurt Angle, 7-foot Big Show, and 6-foot Kurt Angle making 7-foot Big Show his 7-foot bitch. Michael Cole with the quotations that are to follow here. What's he doing up there? He's not a cruiserweight. He's not on 205 Live. If he does it, we're going to have to rename it 405. The problem, WWE, is screaming at you right in the bastard face with a face with little bum fluff. If people the size of Big Show are doing it, how are we supposed to be impressed when people the size of Jack Gallagher are doing it? Sorry, Show, but you've sidestepped Strowman. You've got to go over the top of the cage when the door is just there. You have lost the plot, son. The cage matched the elbow, dropped the final spot where it was like Big Show was passing the torch to the new monster in town. It didn't half feel like a retirement, did it? It would be quite fitting, of course, because the Big Show entered WWE through a cage and he left WWE quite literally through a bastard cage. If it is the end, thanks. And we end with the awfully shit part of the WWE announced on Labor Day of all days. What the f*** the crap with that? That they are making everybody in the company, well, everyone that goes on the road at least, work Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Perhaps I would understand more if there was an off-season in WWE in a different part of the year, but Christmas Day is quite literally WWE's off-season. This is just about the only day they are guaranteed to spend any time with their bastard families, and Vince McMahon is ripping it away, the horrible bastard. Or USA might have as well. Seriously, who sat there on Christmas Day wondering, ooh, I could do with a bit of Booker T analysing an armbar? Oh, Emma, what hashtags are you going to get trending this week? I'll tell you, absolutely nobody. F*** off, man, WWE and USA Network, if it is indeed you who are making the calls. These lads and lasses have to spend a shit ton of time each year away from their family, and you're making them spend even more time away from their family when the last thought on anybody's mind on Christmas and New Year's Day is f***ing wrestling. Everybody's out eyes deep in f***ing pigs and motherfucking blankets and alcohol. They'll argue that American sports always play on Christmas Day, but wrestling isn't a sport, it's sports entertainment. Kevin Dunn likes to make this very clear. Back in the day in the Mid-Atlantic and Georgia territories, they would always have shows on Christmas Day, but they were always within driving distance for the talent. The majority of people who work for WWE are going to be crossing land, air and sea just to go and put on a show in front of an empty bastard arena because no one's going to turn up because it's fucking Christmas and or New Year. One thing's for sure, however, I live within driving distance of this very office, and one thing's for sure as well, I will not be coming in on Boxing Day, I will not be coming on New Year's Day to make these clickbait videos, because I will be up to my tits in bacon, pigs and motherfucking blankets and beer. I've been King Ross, that's a decision, and goodbye.